Welcome to the weekly 49ers film breakdown. This is the only live hour-long film breakdown in America. I'm sure no one else is doing this. I'm Grant Cohn. That's Jack Hammer. And Jack Hammer is going to be taking us through a few clips today, but we have some stuff we want to talk about first. Jack, what's on your mind?
Well, I tweeted this out earlier today, and it's really about how close Garoppolo and Mullens are. I think people get really caught up in the win-loss record, and I get that. I've been there myself. But if you look at these two guys, and they're really close. They're really close in the way that they play the game, their stats, and everything.
Their strengths, their weaknesses.
Yes. And if going back, this goes back to 2017, 2018. You remember at the end of 2018, these guys both had played the same number of starts for the 49ers. And I think you had pointed out, I know I did too, at that point, they were pretty close. They were almost a dead heat between the two of them.
Yeah.
And really the only thing everybody kept yelling about was the win-loss record. And if you look at the teams that were played against during that time period, I know that folks get caught up with the quarterback versus quarterback kind of thing. But if you look at who the 49ers played at the end of 2017 from a quarterback perspective, that really helped the 49ers defense keep the 49ers in those games, because Garoppolo wasn't great a lot in the beginning. I understand that he didn't have the full playbook under him.
True. But still.
But yeah, and a lot of those games came down to field goals at the end.
Well, his first start with the Niners, he won 15-13, and people treated him like he was the second coming of Jesus Christ. Now, he won the game, and the Niners hadn't won much that year, but he won 15-13. If Nick Mullens ever won a game 15-13, Niner fans would want to run him out of town.
Yeah, and I think really, when you look at this game to me was very similar to that game. That Bears game. And I kind of mentioned that after the game on Sunday, was that it had really had a 2017 vibe to it. Yeah. The defense playing great, the quarterback making just enough plays to win the game. He didn't really screw up too bad. His one interception wasn't on him. We'll get to that later as we go through it. But if you look at what he did, I don't understand people who watched this game and think that Nick Mullens was holding the 49ers offensive back any more than what Jimmy Garoppolo has done in the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's weird to see how people can love Jimmy Garoppolo and at the same time think Nick Mullens is trash, when really the difference between them is like razor thin. I mean, you look at their numbers. You don't even have to look at the tape, but we're going to show you. Look at their numbers. Interception percentage, about the same. Yards per attempt, about the same. Completion percentage, about the same. I mean, the real difference this year is the touchdowns. And Jimmy's got some touchdowns on like shovel passes and like 50-yard runs after the catch. So I don't really see much of a difference other than one guy got hurt and one guy didn't. I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, and when you look at the two, really also, we look at who they played with this year. Yep. In Garoppolo's best games, he had, I'd say probably the Rams in New England, even though there was a lot of those short throws. He had Debo for both of those games. He had Mostert for one of them. Wilson went crazy in the other one.
Kittle.
And Kittle as well.
Kittle,
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and George Kittle. Yep. Mullens has only had Kittle for one start. That was the Philly game. He didn't miss on his throws to Kittle in that game. Every one of them was completed.
Yes.
Every throw that Mullens has thrown to Kittle this year was a completion. He doesn't have one incompletion on his targets to Kittle.
Stat.
On top of that, when people get on Mullens about his arm strength or lack thereof, Mullens pushes the ball down the field at a higher rate than what Garoppolo does, and he completes those throws at a higher rate. So I went back and I looked at what Garoppolo did last year versus and this year, and I kind of put them together, because when you put both of those years together, it's about 12.5% of his pass attempts that go beyond 15 yards.
Okay.
It was 12.8 last year, and it's 12.1 this year. You kind of throw them together. 12.5 is a good round number. Whereas Mullens is at about 15.5%. When you look at their completion percentage, Mullens also has completed a higher percentage of those throws. So it's, there's not much difference between these two guys other than
perception.
The perception of the two. One guy was a second round pick that was supposed to be Tom Brady's apparent, and the other guy is a guy that the 49ers quarterback coach pulled off of the scrap heap and Shanahan knew nothing about.
Right.
And that's really, I think, where it comes from.
Agreed. So let's dive into Nick Mullens and show everyone how he actually played much better than maybe it felt at the time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. The thing about this is, like, if you lived through the Alex Smith era, it's very similar. It really didn't matter what he did. Fans weren't happy. Like, aesthetically, it didn't pass the eye test for them for whatever reason.
Well, and a lot of it with Smith was because he just stunk so bad with really
Early.
bad coaching early on.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. This is 4:59 first quarter, 2nd and 7 at the Rams 34.
Yeah, so this is following the answer. This is about, I think, their third possession of the game, and this is really the first good downfield throw that we see from Mullens on the day. We see the Niners run this concept a lot. It's going to be a guy on the bottom is going to run up the field, basically run that corner out, and you get a crosser from the top guy.
Yep.
We see this concept a lot off the play action to pull the linebacker in.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a big play in the Shanahan offense. And
it's a really nice throw. I mean, if you don't mind me saying, it's not a stationary target. He's running away from him and across the field. Beautiful pocket.
Yes.
Steps into the throw, puts everything he has into it, and hits Deebo Samuel in stride. Good pocket, open receiver, still a really nice throw.
Yep. And this sets up the next play is the touchdown to Mostert.
Yeah. But what the thing I like about Nick compared to 2020 Jimmy, no hesitation on the downfield throws. It's like, why would I not throw this? I know I'm going to make it. With Jimmy, I mean, part of it might have been his ankle. Maybe he felt he couldn't drive it down the field, but he would pass these up. And be like, what the? Like, he didn't pass them up last year, but 2020 Jimmy did. Maybe it was the ankle. I don't know.
I would say I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it's the ankle just based
right.
On, but still, I mean, this is a high good quarterback throw right here for Mullens. Really,
no doubt. I loved it. Okay.
Yeah. So let's jump from here. Let's go to the second quarter.
3:22.
9:59.
Okay. 9:59. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Okay.
And you have one at 3:52, you said?
I did. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Well, let's look
I'm
at that
partial.
one after this one.
Okay,
so this
sure.
one right here is going to be a play action, and he's going to be hitting Reed coming across the middle. Another, this one is a nice play. I like this call from Shanahan because you've got the jet motion,
yep,
which draws the linebackers, and they've been running this a little bit earlier in the game. They've been successful. What I really like about this throw by Mullens, though, is he's throwing this on time, just as he's starting to clear the linebacker the ball or that inside zone. The ball's starting to come out.
Yeah,
you'll see it,
see it here.
Right the screen. Yeah, right there, and the ball's coming out. That's really good timing. That's just NFL level quarterback play.
Yeah, I also like the placement. I mean, it's 10-yard pass, but it's chest high. It's out in front. He doesn't have to reach for it. Stop, go back. It's the perfect throw.
Yeah, it's right on the money.
Yep. Nice.
Good throw.
Okay. Let's go to
your play.
Yeah, let's go to it's 3:22 second quarter. Later on, closer to halftime. Let's see what he did. Oh, I think this is the one where he just saves his life. Now, okay, this isn't that great. But I mean, it was Rich, who does a great job, who said the Niners offensive line just isn't that bad. Well, let's see.
This is a play that I should have included because this is a really nice job by Mullens here.
I mean, first of all, they try to double team Aaron Donald. He beats two guys.
Yeah.
Brunskill and McKivitz, thanks for playing. Nice block by Raheem Mostert, who doesn't always do great in pass protection. But to get away and complete the pass and bounces his head off the turf, pop right back up. He's tough and he's more resourceful than I think people give him credit. I think a lot of people think when the pocket breaks down, he's freaking helpless.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is a really nice one. There was another one as well. I don't think I have it written down where it's a similar kind of a situation where he escapes out to his right.
Oh, that's the play of the game. I have that written down. Let's go to that next. That's his best play.
I'm not sure where that is.
It's in the second. I think it's right after this. So let me go to it real quick. It would be 32nd second quarter. I think it's that. So let me see.
Okay, then I do have that one down.
This was his best moment. I mean, the end of the game was his best moment. But
yeah.
These were okay. So there were 30 seconds and 22. Let's see. Let's see what he does here. This is 1st and 10. Oh, that's just a nice throw. Hold on. It's two plays later.
Yeah, this is the incompletion that Reed.
Oh, yeah. Just a really nice throw. Reed drops it. It's a perfect throw. I don't care. And then McGlinchey on the right.
Yes.
Whoa, almost touched him. Okay, all right. No, but let me get you the one. It's
Let's
2
go to the
plays
next
after
play.
this. Okay, we'll go to the next play. That's cool. Let's do it. Oh, here we go. And then the next play is the incomplete. Oh, it's 2-1. It's 2. Yeah,
you're correct.
Yeah, okay, here we go. This is a completion to Bourne.
Yeah, this is the completion to Bourne. He's going to get pressure, and he's going to escape out to his right, I believe.
Yes. Here we go. All right, let's see it from the all-22 first. So I think it's McKivitz who gets beat. You can't really see it from there. Let's watch from this one.
And we've seen this from Mullens now a couple of weeks. You know, I remember we pointed this out in the fourth quarter of the New Orleans game, his ability to move and make some throws on the run, and we hadn't really seen that before then with him. He's been pretty much a stationary target, like people say. But this is a really good job of him getting out and using his athleticism and putting the ball right on Bourne.
Yeah. Oh, I love Nick Mullens' move. I mean, he's not the most athletic guy, but look at the shake and bake he puts on Aaron Donald right here. Aaron Donald thinks he's going one way. Ooh! Oh, puts that left foot in the ground. Yep. What a move.
Donald's got his head in the dirt right there. Yeah.
Aaron Donald, shaped by the least athletic player in the NFL. He's got to put this on his wall. He's got to frame this one right here. That's great. Maybe a little shove in the back by Colton McKivitz. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. And this was a big play because right here, you know, this gets them down. Now they're right on the edge of the field goal range. They still, I don't think they have any. I think they use their last timeout after this completion of the half. But you know, this puts them in range for a field goal attempt.
No doubt. And Gould just missed it, but I think he made longer ones in this game. I mean, this was a terrific play. They should have
I really like the next play as well.
Okay. Let's go right
and I
to
put
it.
the next one down, not because it's anything great by Mullens, but I like, you know, they're on the edge of field goal range right here. And so Shanahan knows he's got to get a couple yards. And this is a design throw that he if you look at this this ball's going to go into McKinnon from the moment that it snapped. Nobody else is even really running a route where they're looking for the ball.
Right. It's a nice way to get 7 yards immediately and stop the clock.
Yeah. It gets them down to the 33. Now you got a 49, 50-yard field goal, and they miss it. You know, if you look at the first half, the 49ers go in at 7-3. It should be 10-3. And you've got, you know, a great play by Aaron Donald that's results in an interception, and you've got the fumble by Wilson that we'll get to later on. Saying that this game is close right now because of Mullens is inaccurate in my opinion.
Agree. So what's the next one? I skipped ahead to the fourth quarter. Did you see anything in the third?
I did. I actually stopped at the third quarter.
Okay.
With this portion of it because we'll get to the fourth quarter as well.
Sure.
I went to 13:39 of the third.
I have 13:59 and 13:34. One is a complete. Well, hold on. Of the third. Wait, I'm in the wrong place. No, of the third. That's the Rams.
Okay.
So
I'm looking for it's a pass to Richie James Jr.
Oh,
where were we? Shoot, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I can search for Richie James. Hold on.
Let's look him up real quick because I don't remember.
Audible.
We got Audible on this one. I wrote the name, put it down.
Okay. Oh, that ain't his name. You're with us, folks.
Sorry,
okay.
Guys.
That's okay. So do you know results? How come you don't want to work now? What are you talking about? Hold on. Okay, here we go. Richie James, 29 yards over the middle, 13:39. Must have been fourth quarter. Fourth quarter.
It is early in the fourth. You're correct.
Okay, that's fine. I make little mistakes like that when I chart these things as well.
Yeah. This is a nice downfield throw that they're basically running verticals. If he tries to throw this one deep, though, it's going to be intercepted because the guys they're both there. He actually underthrows this ball.
Yeah.
But as you see, he's kind of running right into the guy. The underthrow actually is what allows him to make the catch. I really like this play by Mullens. Gets him down there. The 49ers really just kind of shot themselves in the foot after this completion, though, took themselves out of scoring range.
And the one thing, what I notice about Nick Mullens is he's a fantastic play action passer. The whole thing under center, turning his back to the defense, the play fake, making it look real, snapping his head around quickly, identifying the coverage, and then throwing downfield willingly and with confidence. He's just really good at it. And what I noticed in this game is they didn't give him very many of these type of plays. And I think they were worried about the offensive line.
Yeah.
And you saw the first play of the game was in the shotgun. That tells you what Shanahan thinks about the trench war, the trench battle.
Yep. I agree.